The Star Wars Holiday Special keeps in line with the spirit of the holidays by being the series' wacky third cousin who everyone avoids until they show up to your grandma's Christmas party uninvited every year to eat her food, tell the same stories that they told last year, and then makes a big show of their exit just to remind everyone they exist. Nobody really likes the Holiday Special. Well, everyone except the special's director Steve Binder, who said, "I've never regretted for 1 second my decision to direct the television special. I loved every minute on the set and loved coming to the studio every day. I gave it my all and have never worried about the day after or pro or con critics' opinions. To me, opinions are all subjective anyway." But even he in that quote doesn't say it was good. The Holiday Special is just so weirdly fascinating that most Star Wars fans have let their unquenchable, morbid curiosity force them to suffer through it just to say they've seen it, only for them to realize after it's too late that they can't unsee it. And in the spirit of the current nostalgia craze that's permeated all levels of pop culture, both for what's considered the classic good and the classic bad of years gone by, the Holiday Special often fits into the latter, making it kind of essential viewing if you're one of those Star Wars fans who wants to understand every one of the franchise's endless references to its past, present, and future. I'm Liam from Star Wars Lads, and with Christmas right around the corner, I wanted to take a look at the legacy and impact of the Star Wars Holiday Special over the course of the franchise's vast history. But before we get started though, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for even more Star Wars content. It's the holiday season, and the kindest gift you could give us here at Star Wars Lads would be a subscription and a like, so please do so if you enjoy our content. The Star Wars Holiday Special first appeared on my Star Wars fan radar when I was a child and watched Weird Al Yankovic buy a bootleg VHS of the special and the music video for his song White and Nerdy. Ever since then, the Holiday Special has been one of those things I've loved embracing for both its history and for the experience of seeing people's reactions when I show them clips from it. In fact, the longtime viewers of the Star Wars Lads might remember that I had the joy, I guess you could say, of showing Kylo Ren the Holiday Special for the first time last year, which led to us making our own Kylo Ren Holiday Special instead. Now that I think of it, it's probably why he's not here this year for Christmas. Anyway, for Star Wars fans growing up with the series since its first film released in 1977, many of them would have watched the Holiday Special release on television on November 17, 1978. Those unlucky few would have had their minds blown by nearly 10 minutes of untitled Shriwook at the beginning, featuring Chewbacca's wife Malla, his father Itchy, and his son Lumpy, multiple holographic musical performances, an uncomfortably weird look into the desires of Itchy, and a final celebratory song sung by Carrie Fisher, seemingly much to the chagrin of Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill. Despite the presence of the main cast of A New Hope, the Holiday Special wasn't just a rehash of the original film's plot with holiday-themed elements. For better or worse, the Star Wars Holiday Special's original story and mostly original protagonists led to a lot of firsts for the franchise. For example, it was technically Star Wars' first feature-length sequel, so at least it can have something to boast about over The Empire Strikes Back. It also featured the first appearances of characters like Chewbacca's family, Malla, Itchy, and Lumpy, as well as the Wookiee homeworld Kashyyyk. In fact, the art department working on Revenge of the Sith looked at the Holiday Special to help design the planet for the film. Of course, when we talk about the Holiday Special's legacy, we also have to mention the iconic bounty hunter Boba Fett. Boba Fett is obviously the most famous and enduring element of the Holiday Special. The legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter's subsequent popularity in toy sales and then eventually more widely seen appearance in The Empire Strikes Back made him a household name. But everything from his weapons and gadgets to the menacing sound of his voice, to his affinity to work with the Empire, and even his ruthless bounty hunter nature can all be attributed to his first appearance in the Holiday Special. Boba Fett's character design came courtesy of the concept artists Ralph McQuarrie and Joe Johnston, who designed armor intended to be worn by soldiers described as super commandos from the Mandalore system, armed with weapons built into white suits and known for battling Jedi. McQuarrie and Johnston's Super Trooper design and ideas were all combined into a singular character who would become known as Boba Fett. Boba's appearance in the holiday special gave way to the establishment and further exploration of Mandalorian culture. This further exploration began in Marvel Comics' 1982 book, Star Wars number 68, which gave Star Wars fans their first ever look at Mandalore and its people. Since then, Mandalorians have dominated the minds and imaginations of Star Wars storytellers and fans, with recently the most obvious example being the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian unsurprisingly contains many Easter eggs and references to Boba's first appearance. The two most obvious references come in the form of the lead Mandalorian, Din Djarin's armor from chapters 1 and 2 of the series, which features a similar style but different color scheme as Boba Fett's from the holiday special. The second major reference to the holiday special in The Mandalorian is Din Djarin's Ambin Phase Pulse blaster, which Boba also wields in the special. Din can be seen using the Phase Pulse blaster multiple times throughout the series. Of course, the holiday special also created the Star Wars universe's most prominently observed holiday, Life Day. Life Day was a Wookiee holiday celebrated by the inhabitants of Kashyyyk. It was a celebration of the planet's diverse ecosystem and the many forms of life it encompassed. It was also a time to remember family members who had died, and the young ones who continued to bring new life to a family. Originally, Life Day was celebrated only once every 3 years, but as its popularity spread and its festivities began to be celebrated more widely across the galaxy, it became a yearly celebration. Life Day has been referenced in Star Wars media ever since its debut in the holiday special. However, surprisingly, it wasn't until the establishment of Disney canon that Life Day began to play a role in Star Wars storytelling beyond simple mentions or references to the Star Wars holiday special or the holiday itself. In 2021, Life Day was given 2 pieces of media commemorating the holiday: a Myths and Fables style book titled Life Day Treasury, and Life Day Number 1, a one-shot comic book from Marvel Comics. Life Day Treasury featured a collection of 8 short stories all centering around the holiday, including a story about Chewbacca and his family celebrating Life Day. The story, titled The Tree of Life, featured the first full canonical appearances of Chewbacca's wife Mala and his father Itchy, as well as the second full appearance of his son Lumpy. Similarly, the Life Day one-shot followed Han and Chewbacca between the events of Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens as they journey to the planet Batuu, where Life Day festivities are abounding. The ironic, nostalgic embrace for one of the Star Wars franchise's worst pieces of media has also permeated the Disney parks, as unofficial Life Day celebrations have been held at Disneyland's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on November 17th, the day the holiday special was originally released, in 2019, 2021, and 2022, featuring special Life Day food and drinks, caroling, and other festivities, all hosted by Star Wars fans. Both a joyous embrace of the truly terrible and self-aggrandizing interest in poking fun at the past has helped the Star Wars holiday special live on in pop culture in the 44 plus years since its debut. Spoofed Star Wars themed series have continued to poke fun at the holiday special. For example, Robot Chicken Star Wars featured a commercial where a self-voiced parody of George Lucas sees a therapist about his hate for the holiday special, as well as a Life Day themed episode starring Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Chewbacca's family. LEGO has also enjoyed their own spoofs of the holiday special in both an episode of the Yoda Chronicles and in the 2020 film The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. The film delivered a Star Wars story centered around Life Day, starring Rey and the rest of the sequel trilogy cast of characters. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special also marked the first time the words holiday special had been directly referenced in Star Wars film or television, since the original special's release in 1978. In an interview, James Gunn also stated that his inspiration for the recently released Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special came from his unironic love of the Star Wars Holiday Special as a child. So I guess we did actually find one person who unironically likes the holiday special. It took the whole video, but that seems like the perfect high note type of ending I was looking for to finish off this entire thing. Now, please, James, don't end the rebooted Superman movie with Lois Lane singing a song, okay? Oh boy, DC. Anyway, those are the reasons why we should all still appreciate the legacy of the Star Wars Holiday Special. Its wacky weirdness is not an anomaly. It has been firmly etched into the fabric of Star Wars forever. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a happy holiday season. This has been Liam from Star Wars Lads, and from me to you, here's a special message from Han Solo to each and every single one of you.
All of you are an important part of my life, pal. I'm glad I could be here.